Hello, everybody, and welcome back to the It's Pizza Time podcast. I'm your host, iNDiGO. I'm joined today by my co-host, John.
Hello.
Victor couldn't make it today. He's doing finals and stuff like that, so everybody wish him good luck. And then we're joined by our special guest, Wobbleice.
May God have mercy!
Yo, what's up? Happy to be here.
Hell yeah. Would you like to, for, the people out there who don't know who you are, would you like to introduce, who you are, what it is you do?
Yeah, sure. Hi, everyone. My name is Wobbleice, and I am a DJ/producer. I have been producing music since I was 11, and yeah, I mainly do dubstep, hardstyle, and also a little bit of hardcore as well. Back then, I used to do big room, progressive house, electro, and also a little bit of chill stuff here and there. I ended up releasing my first album, Intertwined, back in 2019. And yeah, I decided to rebrand to Wobbleice almost the end of last year as well.
All right.
And
Yeah, I mean that's pretty dope. So, yeah, I guess let's get right into the precursor question, which I'm pretty sure you know already, but what is your favorite kind of pizza?
okay, so I have a few of them: cheese, pepperoni, and beefaroni. Basically, I always go for those three most of the time.
Okay, I might for being the pizza guy, I might, that might be kind of bad for me, but what the fuck is a beefaroni? I've actually never heard of that before.
Basically, beef and pepperoni.
Oh, okay. You know what? I sound fucking stupid now.
Good choices.
Those definitely are good choices. Like, you can't really beat the classics. So, all right. I guess let's get into. You said you started producing when you were like 11. How did that come around? Like, especially like at a young age like that.
Well, what happened was, basically I got into EDM music when I was like, I think 6 or 7.
Wow.
And I started listening to Big Room, and I started listening to other artists like Martin Garrix, Corwella, Hardwell, who's a huge inspiration. And yeah, he's definitely the guy who really inspired me to do music. And I started listening to dubstep, I think, 2 years later, or I think I started listening to Skrillex back then. Before I got into EDM, I was always listening to hip hop, so it was like
Well, that's a
the good old 2010s of hip hop. Oh boy,
that's a bit of a jump, actually. From
that's
hip
a
hop to bigger.
huge jump. Yeah, that's a very very huge jump. But yeah, I've been really getting into a lot more of the EDM side of things now. Before, and then I also started listening to a bit of Latino stuff too from my mom, who actually was always listening to Latino music back then. So I got a little bit of that as well. So yeah, but mostly it's just like dubstep, big room, progressive house. I also listen to drum and bass as well. And yeah.
Yeah, do you think that like hip hop or Latino music, does that like have any influence like in the current music you make, or do you like don't think it
No, I
does?
just listen to it for like fun or something.
It's just like, just like that other genre that people don't think you listen to, but you do.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say guilty pleasure, but like, I feel like that's the best way to describe it. Like, for me,
Yeah.
like personally, I cannot I mean, I really like I'll be the guy in my friend group who listens to EDM pretty much exclusively. Anytime they find me, I'll be listening to like electronic stuff, whether it be dubstep, future bass, or anything like that.
Oh
But
yeah, I do listen to a bit of future bass too, actually.
but
Not
like,
much, but it's like, but just a little.
yeah. In my free time, however, like sometimes just on my own, maybe crank out some Bastille or some Vivaldi. Those two things.
Ooh.
So like some probably like 2015 to 2017 pop, or some like 1700s classical shit.
Wow.
Ooh.
It's one of those two things. Those are like my two little guilty pleasure. John, you got any like genres that you're like into?
Like
That
out of EDM,
yeah, out of EDM that like not
I
many
would
people
say
are
like
like aware that you listen to.
the other side. I don't listen to a lot, but like more sometimes hip hop, a little bit of hip hop too, like Logic and like those kind of rappers.
So are you
But like not. Hmm?
no.
Logic is good. I'll say
Yeah.
that.
Yeah, I was gonna ask if you were like into more modern, the more modern
Yeah,
side of rap.
I do listen to a bit of like the modern hip hop as well, like
Oh no, no,
Logic,
not
for
modern.
example.
Do you like older stuff, John? Like the
In hip hop,
yeah, or do you like the newer
I
stuff?
don't really like. How do you say it? I don't really know too much. Like depends how old you're talking about, but I don't. I wasn't really like into hip hop. I did listen to it like occasionally, but I never like paid attention to like what artist it was or like got into it.
Hmm.
Like it was just me who just like played something on the radio and that was pretty much it before. And then that's when like the reason I got into EDM was when I actually started looking into more of it. So that's why like I don't really know much about other stuff.
Oh, that's fair. Yeah, man.
But
Oh
hmm?
no, go for it. Go for it. Go for it.
no, but like in terms of like you know how people see me always listening to dubstep.
Yeah.
I would like maybe sometimes at home when I'm like studying or like doing something, I can go for like progressive house or like trance music just to kind of like
Oh
chill.
yeah, trance music. Yes, I do listen to some of that as well.
It's like
Like I usually listen to a lot of trance music as well.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
like
relaxing.
I started liking like I liked trance a lot when I was younger, and then like there was a point where I was kind of like there was like a point in my life where I was like I was like I wasn't too on board with it. I thought like techno was just weird because it was very like streamlined, but then I was
Yeah.
like the older I guess like at this point like at this point I really like techno. I like the older I got, the more I enjoyed techno because it's like you know
You
I-
kind of just appreciate it more when you grow up too.
yeah, it's like I've also been like listening to electronic music for like since I was like 9. So that's like literally like half my life. So I eventually like I've gotten used to it. But it's not like I'd say every subgenre of electronic music definitely is like an acquired taste because like I'm not everybody is gonna fall in love with dubstep the minute they hear it.
Yeah.
Exactly. Polyrhythm.
Polyrhythm.
Fuck off with that polyrhythm
What are your
shit.
thoughts on that song?
To be honest, I actually really like it. When I first heard it, it was like something completely different. Like I've never heard something like this before.
Yeah.
Just like 7/4 rhythm is just like how does this sound so good?
Yeah, but do you agree that it's like I don't agree that it's like pioneering a quote unquote new genre because it's like
Yeah, I agree
all you
that it's
did was
not like
change up the
really
time
showing like a new
signature.
genre or anything. I don't really see that. I just see like, oh, this is just something different.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's just
It's
changing
not
up the
it's
time
not like it's
signature.
not going to like be like a whole totally brand new genre.
Yeah. Although I don't like that it's 7/4. It's like I get that it's
Try
trying to
headbanging
be
to polyrhythm.
yeah.
You can't.
I get that it's trying to be different, but it's like it's a tempo that isn't just hard to dance to, but it's hard to count along to as well.
Yeah.
Because it's
But
like
like
I mean
it works though.
it
I liked
does.
it too.
It does, but it's like it's kind of hard when it's like I cannot imagine it being played at a live setting.
Oh yeah. Be,
That's
like,
yeah,
different.
that's why I think it would be a little bit difficult.
I think
Like,
it's just one of those songs where you kind of listen to it, but it won't get played live often. Well, that's just
Yeah,
my guess.
I think
yeah.
that's the case. I don't think I don't think a lot of people would play that live. Maybe they'd play it live for the meme, but it'd be extremely hard to do like
That's what memes.
I think it'd be really hard to do like do it for like transitions and stuff like that. You know,
Yeah, it'd be really hard to transition for sure.
like I only know like off the top of my head, I only know one other song that wasn't like in an quote unquote irregular time signature. That was like it was like Tut Tut Child dropped a song in 2016 that was like 5/4, and I'm like,
Oh, is it Queen of Your Heart?
yeah, that one.
Yeah, that one's really good.
That's a great track, but it's like I can't imagine anybody playing it live because it's so difficult to dance to. It's like it's nice to
Yeah.
listen to, but it's so difficult to like actually move
It's like
to.
it's nice to listen to, but it's just like, how can you dance to it?
Yeah, it's like I mean, there's probably some fucking like obscure like way of dancing, like how a waltz is for 3/4, but like
Yep.
for the style of music, there's not really anything that works in 5/4.
Yeah.
Um, yeah, have you seen like those videos of like the guy who teaches like this is how you should dance to polyrhythm, and he's just like
No.
fucking
No, I don't think so. I don't think I've seen it.
flailing around in 7/4.
Just like flailing around. I can just vision that right now, just like.
That's pretty much what it is. There's like no, it's not a good. It is definitely not a good like, I don't know if it's like I mean, like in the end, it's like I will give props to Phonon because like he like whether you like polyrhythm or you don't like polyrhythm, it's definitely like gotten a lot of traction either way, and
Yeah, I
it's
can agree with
definitely
that.
like yeah, it's like all of these like big artists are talking about polyrhythm and stuff like that. So now like he's on the map, even though like it's not something that many people think is like either like a lot of people don't think it's good, a lot of people don't think it's great, but it's on the map. Like it's
Yeah.
talked about. It's all that shit. So it's like, yeah, good on him.
Yeah.
I mean, it's something new as well. Like aside from like all the rhythm that's been out, it's something that's more. It's like props to him for like going out on like something new. You know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, there aren't really that many artists that will like go and try like new shit.
Mhm.
Not that I'm saying like artists are. I'm not saying that like there are a lot of artists that are like unoriginal, because that's not the case. But it's like there aren't many artists that like will go, I guess, really, really, really far out of their comfort zone.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because it's like a lot of people will, maybe they'll try a new genre or something, but sometimes if they try a new genre, they won't necessarily like release it either. But it's like
Yeah.
because it takes a lot to like go both out of your comfort zone and
Branch out as well.
yeah, and but also to put that stuff out there rather than
Yeah.
just like actually just do it, you know.
Mhm.
Yeah.
All right. This was a question I was thinking about yesterday. I was like, I watched a video last night on the most influential music of like of the 2010s as a whole. And
Yeah.
like it was a video where he gave like 13 of the most influential albums of like the 2010s from 2010 to 2019. And I'm like that's cool. It's like, but I'm trying to think of like what would be like some of the most influential ones for electronic music, like album wise.
Album wise?
Yeah,
Hmm.
like what would be like the most influential electronic albums of like the 2010s
Hmm.
that like that pioneered like new things in electronic music, or like brought it more into a mainstream light or something like that.
Wait, albums or just songs?
I'd say albums.
Album.
I want to say like the two that I really had in mind were I'd say like Avicii's True
Yeah.
and Skrillex and Diplo present Jack U.
Yeah, Jack. Yeah, that's good.
Because like I mean,
To be honest, I think I would. I don't think I would call these influential, but I do really like these ones, and these are both from Monster Cat. The We Are Dust LP from Xylent and the Dogma Resistance album from Riot. I really enjoyed those two a lot.
those are definitely like, yeah. If we're talking favorites for me, I don't. I mean, I love Drulu like A Promise Is Made is technically an EP, but it's 10 songs. I'm gonna call it a fucking album. Um, and then like I guess for me, San Holo album 1.
Oh yeah, San Holo. Yeah.
Yeah, it's like, but hold on. Ah, just had to cough. Um, I'd say the True and I'd say for me the most influential ones would be True, Jack U, and Nova by Earl Grime, and it's those three because it's like I mean True brought it that like you didn't it kind of changed the like the view of electronic music to the public, you know, with like
Yeah.
with all the country elements and stuff like that, which was, you know, really cool. Jack U made people realize that Skrillex isn't just dubstep, and dubstep producers can make something cool. Electronic music is like
Yeah.
awesome. And then Nova, I want to say like it also brought Nova brought electronic music into. Actually, Nova and Marshmallow's first Joytime album brought electronic into like the mainstream spotlight a lot more. Like
Well,
tracks like
I guess I want to mention something real quick. Balance from Armin van Buuren. He actually did a lot of different genres for that album. He did like a bit of pop. He did some trance. He actually branched out a lot to the album. It's definitely probably one of my favorites from him as well.
I mean Armin van Buuren is just like a beast. He like just never stops putting stuff out. So
Exactly. Yeah.
um yeah, it's like John, what do you what are your like what were your favorite albums of like the decade?
Favorite albums?
If
Let's
okay,
see.
okay,
I actually
I'll
don't.
help you out. If you have favorite songs, I'll let you pick favorite songs.
Favorite song? I gotta look through my SoundCloud right now. I do not remember any of my songs.
Well, then if I don't
I
think
have
if
way too many favorite
Oh,
songs.
I do like the Monster Cat ones. Like I know a lot of albums from Monster Cat. Like Endeavor was my favorite. I like Perspective. Is that like a name? Perspective was nice. Was it Perspective or Aspect?
oh, by who?
It was a Monster Cat album. Oh yeah, Perspective.
By
Uh, no, it was just like a Monster Cat. It's like
oh
Volent Direct,
the
Rich
vault
Edwards.
okay. It's
Yeah, like those.
one of the one of the 1 through 30.
Yeah, like
Yes,
those are my
those ones.
favorites.
Yeah, do you think that was like another thing that I've been thinking about recently was that like how compilations are I don't want to say compilations are like dying quote unquote, but like there's not really as much of a use for them as there used to
Yeah,
be. Like I mean before also like a lot of compilation albums now are they're collections of songs that have already been released, not so much
Yeah.
like a compilation of like new tracks,
yeah.
which
Well, I
is
think like the first few Moscow compilations was like just like a bunch of like tracks in like one compilation, and then it started going into like tracks that have already been released.
but yeah, like the first I mean all the Monster Cat 0 through or 1 through 30 were all just previously released things.
Yeah, I
Same
think
thing
that.
with same thing with all the Uncaged and Instinct. It's all pre-released things. I know Never Say Die does stuff that's like occasionally does stuff that's like not they're like compilations but not old it's like all new tracks for that compilation. It's like the albums that
Yeah,
are
Never Say. I think like for example, Never Say Die Volume 6.
it's like all the volumes and all the Black Label XLs Black Label the Black Fridays.
Yep.
Those those are all like
When's the next? I'm waiting for that. I'm waiting for the next Black Friday one. To be honest,
yeah, they're like
I'm waiting for.
they're all good too. I feel like Monster Cat would like get a lot more reach if they did stuff like that occasionally, but I mean, they're like
Yeah.
one of the biggest electronic labels. I can't really tell them how to do their job.
Yeah.
All right. Okay. So let's talk about you since you're the guest here. Um,
Yeah.
what do you think is like to you at least? What do you think was like the biggest accomplishment that you've ever had?
To be honest, I think my biggest accomplishment was what was my biggest accomplishment? I think the Intertwined album was like a huge accomplishment. I finally did my first album, and then I think I have a few accomplishments actually. So after I released my No Mercy remix for the Disciple Remix contest, I didn't think I would get so much support within like 2 weeks. Like it's already been my most popular track on SoundCloud. It's just like it's freaking insane. It's like the amount of support that I've gotten on that is just holy crap. That's freaking insane. Like,
Yeah, I mean,
wow.
definitely. Yeah, I feel like I mean, getting like to having one of your things do better than everything else like within a small amount of time is really weird. We had that experience with one of the episodes on our podcast within like 2 days. It was like our most listened to episode. It was just kind of weird like that.
Yeah.
Um, but yeah, like I mean, yeah, I mean you're a good producer, so I'm not like too surprised about it.
Back then, like the music that I used to make, oh god, it was so bad. Like when I first started making music, I was so bad.
Well, everybody is like
Uh,
everyone.
and then I
Okay,
started like improving more and more, and just like fast forward to now, and like
yeah, but
ah,
like you gotta remember like at least like the way I see it, everybody is dog shit when they start. And there's just like
that is yeah,
there's like nobody is like right out the gate a fucking prodigy, like so.
yeah,
It's like even if like somebody had been sitting in a class and learning like the fundamentals of Ableton or like learning music but not and all that just like for years but never actually touched the program, it still wouldn't come
yeah,
out great. Like you need to actually work with it for a while before you make something decent.
yeah.
Hmm.
I actually used to use Ableton a few times. Like some of the songs that I made, like my Eden remix and my track "Okay with Me," which was on the Intertwined album, they were both made using Ableton.
Do you
And
like
then
do you typically use FL or Ableton?
yeah, I'm always using FL most of the time.
Yeah.
What
Like
would you say
I'm,
the
but I went to Ableton a few times. I think I did another track on Ableton, which is I think is on Spotify. I think it was called Go Bonkers. That was actually the first track I actually got on Spotify, which was which is yeah, that's freaking crazy.
That's nuts, man.
So yeah, it
Like
was
what would you
uh
say the
it was
difference?
basically a Go Bonkers EP that I got that was actually on all freaking like music platforms. Like it was on Spotify, it was on Apple Music, it was on Google Play, it was like on a bunch.
It's pretty much any platform.
Yeah, that was like the first thing that I just like was like everywhere, and it's just like wow.
I feel like
Yeah,
there's
and
definitely a way to measure like I feel like there's got to be like a little bit of a weird thing, especially when you get there for the first time. It's you're typically used to just putting your stuff on maybe SoundCloud and YouTube, and now it's like on and it's available for purchase. Like
yeah,
that's probably got to be a little bit weird.
You know
Uh,
how you said you switch back to like Ableton and FL, or like you switch like back
yeah.
and forth?
I went to Ableton like 3 times for like 3 tunes,
Like,
and
what's
then
the difference? Would you say? Like, how would you say? Like,
to be honest, I think FL is like more easier for me because it's like when I first started using Ableton, I was like trying to figure out like, okay, what do I do here? It's just like it's like
oh,
really confusing on how to like do stuff.
and then
Like
FL.
I actually did end up doing like a few like mixes for like I did my first like Monster Cat mix contest on Ableton.
Oh,
Like my first Monster Cat mix contest submission I made on Ableton.
is it? So how did that turn out? Like,
I think it turned out pretty good. Although I didn't end up making it as one of the finalists. I still had a great time making it.
yeah.
So
Yes.
would
And
you?
I'm now waiting on this year's mix contest. I'm gonna try to see if I can do it on FL this time.
So this year, I mean, or sorry, not what am I saying? So I'd like just overall then, would you? So you'd pick FL over Ableton if you had to choose.
Yeah.
No, I think Victor wouldn't like you for that. Victor uses FL, but he doesn't like it, and it's like, he's constantly getting angry, and I'm like, if you're really this bad, you should switch to Ableton. But I'm like, I'm not sure if it's the best idea. Like if you can't do FL, like maybe you can't do Ableton. Who knows? You
Yeah.
know? For me, though, it's like the switch, because I started with FL and I moved to Ableton. It was a lot easier actually for me to process.
Yeah.
But it's like
Like when I
guess,
first
yeah.
when I actually got like FL and I was like I think 10 or 11. I was like messing around with it. And that's how I actually got more used to FL. And yeah.
Sick.
Wow.
John, you got a question?
So like, you know how you said you go from different genres? You be
Yeah.
switching back and forth. What would you say like is your favorite genre to make?
I
What do you
think it
have
would
fun
be
with?
I think dubstep and progressive house.
That's
I would
the
have to say those two would be like my most favorite genres to do. Back
Sure.
then, I used to make big room, and it was my big room tunes were so bad, except for Mosh Pit. That one turned out freaking amazing, in my opinion. I definitely had a fun time doing it, and I ended up doing the VIP of it too, which turned out awesome as well.
Wouldn't you say like dubstep is harder to make though, in like big house or?
I think if you have like the skills and like the creativity and like the ideas, I think dubstep will be really easy to figure out and like what to do.
Yeah.
And progressive house is just like you're just copy pasting like you just finish a drop and then just like copy paste it as the second drop. That's what it is.
I mean, I gotta think like there must be like some genres must be like, I mean, most people
Yeah, like I
consider
tried
house.
doing drum and bass and it's like so hard.
Holy crap.
Well, like,
I've
that's what I'm
tried
saying,
doing.
like,
I've tried to do drum and bass, and it's like really, really hard to do.
but it's like, I mean, most people consider like house to be house and trance to be like an easy genre to make.
I've tried doing trance. It's kind of hard. I've tried branching out a few times. I've done big room, electro house, progressive. I've done a bit of hybrid trap actually. I've done psytrance.
I mean, personally, I don't think you can call any genre easy or difficult to make because it's really more like about what's in your head, more so like just about what it is. Because I mean, I'm pretty sure there are some people that just think in dubstep and just think drum and bass, and it's like super easy, but like they couldn't sit down and write a house track for the life of them.
Yeah.
You should just go all out. To be honest, if you're making a lot of genres, just go full flavor.
Yeah, I actually did a track called Full Flavor. Actually.
I've been hearing about that. I just recently found out about full flavor. That's why.
Yeah, it's just like it's freaking good actually.
Do you want to explain what that is to the viewers?
So Full Flavor is basically a track which is a shit ton of genres. So there's like, for example, you could have like dubstep, hybrid trap, big room, like moombatin, trance, or just like all in one track. Or you can have like a bunch of different genres. That's like another track. It's Ah,
It's okay. It's okay. Spit it out.
but yeah,
uh,
these tracks can be like really good actually. Like my first full flavor track I listened to was from Caritas. That was actually like the first full flavor track I've heard,
mm,
and yeah, it was like freaking amazing. Holy shit!
Did
yeah.
they even play live? Because I never seen it. I actually never heard Full Flavor live. Or is it like too hard to play it live?
Well, I've actually done like tracks with like a different like 2 or like 3 different genres. Like my Numaza remix that I did for Kotori and Similar Outskirts, I did dubstep for the first drop and then hardstyle for the second drop. Turns out a lot of people like the second drop more than the first, which is freaking crazy.
I guess you can call it like dub style in a way.
No, hardstep.
Oh, hard stuff. Oh,
That would make sense. All right. Straying it to like a different topic, I guess. What like it? I'm not going to just like call you out on your age, but I know that since you are young, it's like how do you have you gone to like many actual shows? Have you like played any shows?
No, unfortunately, not like live shows. No, but I've been to like a few festivals. Like I've been a part of like a few festivals for lightning events. I'm actually in July. I'm actually doing 2 events. I'm doing Andromeda Festival hosted by Shimasuki Club. I'm doing a pre-party set for that. I'm freaking excited for that one. And then the day after, I'm doing a set for 5 Elements. So yeah, I'm gonna have like freaking crazy week.
good opportunities right there. That's awesome. That's good to hear. That's awesome.
Yeah, like I think like I did my first like festival for landing events like last year, but it was so bad because I needed like speakers, and then the music kept like cutting out so much. So I was like, I can't do it. And then that's when I was like, you know what? I think I might just pre-record the sets, and it actually, and surprisingly, it actually worked out. And then since then, I've been just like doing like pre-recorded sets since I don't have speakers at the moment. Until I get speakers, I just do pre-recorded sets. It makes it a lot easier.
Yeah.
There's my secret, everyone.
I don't think like I personally I can't shit on people who make pre-recorded sets because like even making pre-recorded sets can be like a little bit difficult sometimes.
Yeah,
'Cause it's
so you have
like
to make sure like it's really good. You don't mess up. Like
yeah.
for me, I've like messed up a few times.
Yeah. With pre-recorded sets there's also like a lot more you have a lot you need to make sure it's good cuz otherwise like if you fuck up a pre-recorded set like oh that's going to be a lot. I feel like that's a lot worse than fucking up a live set.
Yeah, that is true.
Um uh, so do you like see yourself doing this more do you see yourself doing more of this in the future? Like I guess do you see yourself continuing on with Wobbleice, into further years like hopefully doing live shows and stuff, playing real
Oh,
festivals?
oh, absolutely. Yeah, I can totally see that happening for sure.
Awesome.
Like, like I can definitely see myself just being at like Lost Lands, just like seeing like everyone headbang. It's just like I've actually wanted to go to Lost Lands as well. I've seen Lost Lands. Like my first Lost Lands was actually last year. I got to watch it with my buddy Nails. We both watched it, and I had the most amazing time just like watching like all the sets. It was just so much fun. I actually did a video on it as well.
Oh man, I was gonna like I was thinking about going to Lost Lands this year. Clearly that didn't work out. With
No, they I don't,
everything.
as far as I know, I don't think they haven't canceled it yet. They said they're still going on.
Maybe. I know that although I was planning on going last year because it was the same week of my 18th birthday. So I was like I'm old enough to go. And I'm like I might as well just say fuck it and do it.
Yeah.
But but instead me and Victor ended up going and seeing Dead Mouse here in LA. so like
Oh yeah, nice.
I didn't have to travel. But it's like I still wish I still think I probably should have gone.
Yeah, once
Yo,
I turn 18 or something, if Lost Lands is still going on, I am immediately going there.
Oh
Like I
yeah,
really want to go see Lost Lands, like in like literally just like in front of my eyes, just see like the stage and everything. Just it
you
would
and me
be like a
both,
big
man.
dream come true. Like seeing Lost Lands, like stepping foot onto Lost Lands, being like, I'm actually here.
Yeah,
Like this is actually happening. I'm
yeah,
literally here.
yeah. Since I didn't get to go to Lost Lands, I was gonna go to the San Bernardino stop on the Excisions Evolution tour, but you know, thanks to the current pandemic, that happened to get canceled, and I was so bummed out. Like,
everything is canceled now.
yeah, dude, it was probably like it's the most upsetting thing because I also had like tickets for a bunch of shows down the line. Uh, and it's like the week it got canceled, I had just been to a Nightmare show, so it was like I went to a Nightmare show, and then like the Monday I got back to school, or like got back on campus, they were like, "Well, we're shutting down the campus tomorrow." I'm like, "Oh, all right." So
Oh, okay.
I'm like, "All right, that's so that means shows are probably gonna get canceled and shit."
Yeah, they canceled Ultra Miami as well. I
Yeah.
was so free. I wanted to see Ultra Miami this year because I missed out on watching the live stream last year, and I
Yeah,
really wanted to watch it this year. But they freaking canceled it. I'm like, no!
They canceled so much. Like,
They canceled Tomorrowland too.
oh
They ended
yeah,
up
like
canceling that as well.
I forgot about that. Pretty much everything up until like I'd say up until like August or September got canceled. And I'm pretty sure the August and September stuff might still get canceled, which would be really
Oh.
bad. But
Yeah, they have. They didn't yeah. Insomniac's been doing like virtual like festival stuff lately. They did like a disciple takeover.
yeah, I mean that one was good.
Yeah, that was really really good.
I can look. I have a list of literally I have missed 4 shows that I have that I paid for within the last few months.
Oh
Like
shit.
I bought tickets for Karma Fields, Dabin Memba, and Robotaki, and they were all like months in advance because like I really wanted to go see them, and you know they all got canceled, which fucking
wait,
sucks.
Karma Feud?
Yeah,
Wait,
Karma Fields.
Phil?
Yeah, they were doing it was their like headline show here in LA at Wisdom.
I'm surprised Carmen Fields is still doing stuff lately.
Oh no, they
Like,
like in 2018 they came back like full force. They like
oh shit.
they did like collabs with like Tove Lo, you know, like the pop singer.
Like
And
if I recall, I remember hearing Carmen Fields on like Monster Cat, and I haven't
yeah,
heard. And after I think it was like Sweat or something. Like I
yeah,
haven't heard like Carmen Fields on Monster Cat since.
they haven't been on Monster Cat. They're now self-releasing, I'm pretty sure.
Dude, I don't
Yeah.
even know like what they look like.
I don't
thought it was
I
an
don't think
AI.
anyone does. I think that's like the kind of point. I think that's the thing that they're giving off. Uh Speaking of like non you know like not know like I guess anonymous artists, like are there any that like that are any that you think are like a lot cooler, I guess, in the sense that like what are your like favorite anonymous artists that are out right now that are like doing shit? Like for me, like I've personally been like a huge fan of like Cloud when they've like been, you know, the whole Cloud project.
Um, to be honest, I've been listening to this artist named Killin Void, who actually has been doing remixes for the Disciple Remix contest. He's absolutely insane with what he's doing. And he's been doing freaking amazing remixes. My personal favorite is actually gonna be is personally, in my opinion, his score remix that he did is absolutely fucking insane. So damn good. Another one I've listened to, he goes by the name of Veer. He did a remix of Straya from Vandals. It's absolutely fucking good too. there's been some really, really good remixes for the Disciple Remix contest as well. Crystal Sirens is another one. I actually did a collaboration with him for the remix contest as well. We remixed 12 Planets RVD. It's turning out freaking amazing so far. I'm very, very excited to release this one once it's done.
Yeah,
Are
shout
these
out to those guys. You're saying, John?
No, I was gonna say, are these like all dubstep remixes, or are they like
Yeah,
like different kinds?
Dubstep, yeah.
Alright, that's good.
We had dope shit. You know,
I remember seeing like on the Decipher page, someone was gonna make a lo-fi mix, a remix.
Oh yeah, I did see that.
oh man,
I
please
think
tell me they
someone did
saw
a
that to
Future
fruition.
Garage remix of like the Fallout. I think someone did a Future Garage remix of the Fallout, and it's actually really fucking good.
That'd
They're
be
going
fucking
all out,
awesome.
dude.
I would love to see something like that. I would love to see like kawaii future bass.
Oh my gosh, yes.
That'd be fucking
In my
great.
opinion, and you guys can disagree with me on this if you want, but I think Disciple really needs to branch out more, in my opinion, and not just stick with like dubstep.
I mean, it's
Just
like
stick
their branding is that they're a dubstep label, so I feel like they should be sticking with dubstep. Although I feel like occasionally, like having, I do like when they have like one track on like an EP that's like a little bit different.
I remember back then they used to release like Bass House, like Just Say Ass used to release like Bass House
Yeah, but
on Disciple.
I mean, like I really liked when they would occasionally have like one different genre track on like an EP.
Yeah, I
Like,
think I think Figure did that for his one of his EPs on Roundtable.
oh, it was
His
like,
collaboration with Time Ghost. That was like completely different from like the rest of the songs in that EP.
but I meant more like how, like the Darkest Night from the German Engineering EP by Virtual Riot, like that was,
Yep.
or I mean, Weeble Wobble like by Eliminate was house, or
Yep.
or like the
Weeble Wobble is, even though Weeble Wobble is a dead meme, it's still good.
it is still good. But then like
Yeah.
the Mob Tactics remix of Your Love was like drum and bass. Like shit,
Oh
like,
yep.
shit
I
like
think
that. It's like I
Oski
feel
did a drum and bass track for his for one of his EPs on Disciple too.
yeah, they should definitely stick with the dubstep route, but not so much like, but occasionally throw something in like that, but very
Yeah.
rarely. Like otherwise, it just kind of ruins the branding they got going.
Yeah. Like for example, Monster Cat's just like doing so many genres. Just like they do dubstep, electro, hardstyle. They've done future bass as well.
But I think that's like kind of their thing though, that they're just like a multi, like
They're
they're
like
just a little bit
multi-genre
out.
label. Yeah.
Yeah. All right. Anyway, like with, you know, we were since we were talking about like Lost Lands and stuff like that, I was just thinking about like now, if when quarantine comes to a close, I'm going to be so like, I was already going to like as many shows as I possibly could, but I feel like I'm gonna be going to even more shows when quarantine's over.
Yeah.
Like, like now it's just more like, I think a lot of people are gonna do that because now it's like that you don't know like if you could possibly miss it. Now it's like,
So once like quarantine's gone, it's gonna be like quarantine is over.
everybody's gonna go to every show they possibly can because they're like, you know, maybe like, who knows, there might be a resurgence or whatever, and they might just go out and just do more shit. I know that I'm gonna go to like every show because there's been shows that I've that like I haven't gone to where I'm like I should have gone to it because it's like I didn't really because it's like maybe I was tired that day or like something, but so I just didn't end up going. But like
Yeah.
I know that I'm not gonna make that excuse like after quarantine like is over because I'm like I'm not. There's no way in hell I'm gonna miss any of this shit.
Yeah.
Man, what if? And I'm thinking like, I feel when or like when everything's over, and festivals start coming up back up again, I think the It's Pizza Time podcast should hit up a festival.
Oh, snap.
like
Yes.
like walk around with like microphones and shit in
Oh
the
my gosh,
festival
just do
grounds.
like a festival, like interview
A
kind of
festival
episode.
episode. Yeah, just a festival episode,
Yeah,
just walking
that'd be
around
really
like
cool.
it'd be fucking stupid, but like we'd do it.
No, that's a good idea.
I don't think it's stupid. I think it's like a really, really good fucking idea.
It'd be kind of weird, but like we'd probably we'd figure out how to make it work.
Yeah.
Uh yeah, yeah, John, would you down? You down to just
Honestly, if I go back to like shows and festivals, and yeah, I'll be down.
let's fucking do it.
I just want to like tone down like going crazy, dude. Like I got school now. I gotta like I gotta be a good student, you know.
What do you mean? Being a
Can't
good
like
you could be a good student and headbang at the
I
same
can't
time.
start like going. No, I mean like going all crazy, dude.
What do you mean? You could do
I'm trying to
both.
stay safer now, on the safe side.
What do you mean? What do you mean? How does that not safe? You could go off. You could go crazy.
We'll see. Yeah, it's gotta work.
All right,
Yeah.
all right, all right.
Yeah.
All right. Yeah, I feel okay. I'm gonna go with a very off-topic question.
Okay.
All right. So, if you take a lasagna and you put another lasagna on top of it, so you
Oh,
stack
not
them.
this question.
Fuck off, John. Um, is it now one or two lasagnas?
It's a double lasagna.
What do you mean? It's like now it's just if it's a 5-layer lasagna and you stack another 5-layer lasagna on top of it, it's now not it's still one lasagna. It's just a 10-layer lasagna now.
It's a double 10-layer lasagna. Okay, that makes sense.
What do you mean? Of course it makes sense.
It's a double 10-layer lasagna.
It's not two different lasagnas. It's one lasagna now.
Exactly. With 10 freaking layers.
So, what's wrong with that?
I don't see anything wrong with that.
Okay. That's
Oh my god.
it's my dumbest interview question, don't worry. This episode is going well. This episode's going well.
That was
we're
a good question. That was a good fucking question.
John, if you don't want me to ask questions like this, then just step up to the plate. Give me something better.
Dude, I do not.
Would you rather fight one horse-sized duck or 100 duck-sized horses?
Okay. Okay, what? I don't know. Hmm. To be honest, I have no clue.
I don't think
no
there's I mean, I don't think there's a right answer for that question, so it's more like conversation stuff like that. All right.
Would you rather fight one?
Okay.
What?
Let's talk about some memes.
Ah, yes,
since
good old memes.
Since that was like something that we talked about earlier, as well as you brought up Straya and stuff like that. Like, what do you how do you think, like, I mean, what are your thoughts about like stuff, either memes being incorporated into electronic music, and then electronic music or electronic songs themselves becoming memes?
That's actually a good question that I don't know the answer to.
Yeah, I mean, like, with artists like Bandles, Barely Alive, and stuff like that, they'll do
Yeah.
like obviously they'll incorporate, a lot of memes into their tracks, which is
Yep, that's true.
funny as fuck. But then you actually have
Meme
tracks.
Graveyard though is really good actually.
It is actually a great track, so good on them for that. But
That's when all the memes really come together.
really, but then there's also like the thing it's like that interests me a lot is the fact that a lot of electronic music songs are becoming memes. Like the
Yeah, like Astronomia.
yeah, that was actually like the one I was thinking about, because like Astronomia came out like a few years ago. It's an older
Yeah, and now
track.
it's become like a coffin dance meme.
Yeah, but it's an
It's
older
like
track, and it's like
it just blew up from like out of nowhere.
yeah, but here's the thing. It was an older track that already was like that older track was already like Vice Tone's #1 song. Or it was like their
Yeah.
#1 or #2. So it was already like a really like really well sought after track. And now
Yeah.
it's like it's past like 120 million plays on Spotify. It's like got a resurgence. It's like now past 120 million plays on Spotify, and like
Holy shit.
Vice Tone is at like 9 million monthly listeners now, and they're like actually they hold a number in the top 500 on Spotify, which is fucking crazy.
Holy shit.
And it's like it's so weird that like a meme managed to bring them to that point. But it's also like the meme isn't. It's not necessarily dying out. Now people are listening to Vice Tone because they like Vice Tone. So it's like it's such a cool concept, but it's also such like a weird circumstance at the same time.
Yeah.
But it's also you see so much stuff getting drawn to being made about like Astronomia and stuff like that. I mean, like you now see a lot more remixes, a lot more bootlegs, a lot more covers.
Yeah, my entire SoundCloud is literally nothing but remixes and flips and like bootlegs as well. That's all what my freaking SoundCloud is.
I mean, the other day I came across somebody who had written a medieval style score for Astronomia. I'm like, why the fuck?
Holy shit.
And it was like, man, it kind of really cemented, like in my mind, it's just like, oh shit, like that's how like much, that's how much impact becoming a meme has, which is super strange. I'm gonna say that a lot. I'm gonna say that's weird, like a lot, but it's fucking, I don't know. It's something to think about, like that somebody could blow up to become like somebody could blow up in like a all of their work could be like legitimately enjoyed by like a huge amount of people just because of a meme. You know, like you have the people that blow up for memes. You have the artists that blow up for memes because like the song is like because the song is not good, and that people listen to them and their music is not good. But like,
would you agree that polyrhythm is a meme?
Yeah, because they got
Yeah.
the Rick and Morty thing in it.
Yeah.
I would say it's a meme because of just how people, I guess, share it around and stuff like that. Not so much basically of what's in it, but like just how it's how it, like, I guess the stigma around it has been.
Yeah.
It's like people always constantly make like jokes. It's like, oh, you should make polyrhythm too, or like polyrhythm go brr, or some shit like that.
Polyrhythm go da 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 da.
It's like people do shit like that, and it's like I feel like that is what cements it as a meme. If you like actually take it and normalize it as a meme, rather than like, talk about it and occasionally make a meme about it.
Yeah.
Because that's like,
Have
huh?
You just go ahead.
No, you first. I was
No, I
stalling.
was gonna say, this is like a long time ago, like it's older now, but have you heard of the cipher "We Don't Play" parody?
Oh fuck yeah, that was a good one.
Wait, what? Which one?
Have you not the Disciple We Don't Play Ash parody?
Wait,
It's-
Ash?
Who
I
was
think-
just like him, just doing like the.
Yeah.
It was the guy who's
Oh
making.
yeah, that one. Yes.
Yeah, the guy who made all the noises with his
Freaking
mouth.
hilarious! It's so fucking good.
Or the Murata cover,
Oh.
the one where like he did all the vocals himself. And like
Those are awesome.
Ba, 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 ba.
yeah, that shit. It's like that's like part of the reason why I fucking love the dubstep community, because like the one in the dubstep community like takes each other seriously, which is great. I love that. It's like I actually heard like at that Nightmare show I was talking about, Brondo was supporting, and he actually used that vocal drop from the Murata
No
parody.
way, dude.
Yeah, he actually used it on stage.
Is there a video on that? I need to see that.
I wasn't recording. I think like one of the people I was with was though, so I'll try to find it. But
Oh, that would be good.
it's so funny. He like it was build up, and then it was just one.
You're right.
It was just no. It was just a single dude over the speaker was going blah 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 blah, and then it got and then it was the actual drop. It was so funny. It was like actually like the funniest shit.
I need to remake that. I need to remake that.
And it's like it's also kind of weird because you now have like another thing I was thinking about because of like stuff like that is you have now this what's it? You have like the idea that like different genres have like I guess different levels of seriousness, in the sense that like dubstep you could do that, but you could not get like like only a dubstep crowd would find that enjoyable. But if you did shit like that with like an audience for like trance, it wouldn't work out.
Oh no, definitely.
Which is,
you know, they dropped like a peekaboo one like that too on Lost Lands.
Did he?
Yeah, it was Boogie T, I believe. He dropped like that one or like those songs. He dropped like the whole weird vocals or whatever too. Let me see. But like just those kind of songs, it literally cracks me out every time.
I mean, he's great because it doesn't throw off the rhythm.
Yeah.
And it's like, I feel like it'd be one thing if it's also like they usually do it in such a way where they only do a couple bars of it, so therefore it's like it doesn't take you completely out, which is just pretty good.
Yeah.
We've been on this we've been on this train for a little bit. This train of thought. And I feel like at this point, what's coming out of my vomit, what's coming out of my mouth is at least word vomit.
It's coming out of my vomit. What?
Sorry, I'm like, my sleep schedule's fucked. I should probably preface that.
You're not the only one. I've been doing a bunch of all-nighters lately, and then I fall asleep like at like freaking 7 in the morning.
I've been going to bed at like 5.
Like I've been
6.
doing like all-nighters a lot lately, and it's really messed up like my freaking sleep schedule. Like
I haven't even been doing all-nighters, but I just am fucking stupid and go to sleep at 5 to 6 and wake up at like maybe 3 to 5 p.m. usually.
Yeah.
So, which is dumb. We're like we're 3 hours ahead of you, so me right now is tired.
Yeah, right now for me it's 5:09 right now for me.
Yeah, right now it's 2:09. So because we're West Coasters. All right, John, do you have like an actual question?
So I guess during quarantine, like, how have you been spending your times? How have you been making use of it?
For me, it's just like I've been playing games lately. Like, I think like during quarantine, like I've been playing a lot of Overwatch lately.
Overwatch?
Yeah, I stopped that now after I got my laptop back, and I was like, you know what? I'm gonna try to make some music. But I did not have FL, and I was like freaking out. I was just like, ah! I was like, oh wait, I can just install FL on my computer. But the thing is, though, this computer's freaking low on space for no fucking goddamn reason. So I ended up just installing FL onto my flash drive, and now I have it.
Wait, how much space do you have on your hard drive?
And my flash drive? Hold on.
Oh, like your computer, I mean, like the hard drive or SSD?
Oh, the PC is supposed to be 27.8 gigabytes. I've used the space that I have for free now is 928 megabytes. For some reason, it's taking up so much space, and I don't know how, but it has.
Holy shit.
For my flash drive, it's 29.1, and I've already used 5.95 gigabytes.
And that's an moment.
Yeah,
Alright.
most of it was because I installed FL onto my flash drive. But yeah.
All right.
But yeah,
Well,
I've been making use of quarantine, just like making music and just like
Alright.
listening to music, catching up, and
eh,
like yeah.
any Animal Crossing?
No, I wish. I fucking wish I had Animal Crossing. I
But
really want to fucking play that game.
Do you have a Switch?
Yes, I do have a Switch,
well,
but
like you already have like half of you already have like all of us beat because we like it's impossible for us to get a Switch right now. Every store is sold out and they're all like 150
every
times
store
the
is
market
sold
price.
out. What the fuck?
Yeah, every store is sold out of Switches and they're like and
Holy shit!
online
How?
yeah, and online they're like 150% of the market price, which is fucking stupid. So,
Holy fucking shit!
yeah, it's like people want to play Animal Crossing in quarantine. That's just what it is.
If I wish I had the fucking money to get Animal Crossing. God fucking damn it!
Oh wait, can I want to change the most inspirational artist from this year though, KK Slider, 100%. Um,
Facts.
facts. All right. Well,
Well, actually,
we're approaching. You were gonna say?
I was gonna mention something about inspirational artist. My inspirational artist, which is actually Hardwell, but yeah, he's really inspired me to make a lot of. Actually, he's actually the artist that really got me into listening to EDM and like making music,
Yeah,
and to where I am right now, which is
Hardwell's
freaking
dope as
amazing.
fuck. So yeah. All right. Well, on now that we're actually ending on a decent note, we're approaching the end of our episode time.
Oh
Uh,
snap! Okay.
yeah, it's already been an hour. So is there anything that I guess you wanna say any final words to anybody listening and shit like that?
Yeah, thank you guys so much for the continued support on all my music. It's absolutely fucking insane. Thank you to iNDiGO for having me be a part of this. This is absolutely amazing. I had so much fun being here. If you guys want to if you guys want to listen to my music, you can listen to me on SoundCloud at just soundcloud.com/wobbleiceofficial. You guys can also follow me on Twitter /wobbleice. And yeah, you guys, and if you guys want to check out my YouTube channel, it's Wobbleice. I've been posting a lot of my music there lately, and yeah, I
All
had a
right.
lot of fun being here, and
Yeah,
yeah,
man.
thank you.
It was a pleasure having you. Uh,
Hell yeah.
all of Wobbleice's stuff is gonna be in the description. All of our stuff will be in the description. All of our socials as well. Except Victor's since he wasn't here. Fuck you, Victor. Uh, um, but yeah. Thank you so much for coming on. And to everybody else, we'll see you all in the next episode. Later, everyone.
Peace out.
Bye.